Surprise, surprise.
It's a good day actually today because you saw the ear doctor and it turns out you did not puncture your eardrum.
Yeah, I scraped the wall real badly and there was a huge blood clot and he took it out and I'm really, really good. He checked my other ear.
He said he'd done the same thing to Elton John.
Yeah, he said, I did the same thing to Elton John. And then I went,
what?
I'm in his book. And he went, how are you in Elton John's book? And then we started talking and then he came, he made a round when we were checking out, and he said, you played piano on Layla, right? Yeah, fun. It was a great day. I tell you, like, I'm so relieved that that's all right,
Well, you've had such a history of major ear
Yeah, operated on for Meniere's and everything. And he knew the doctor who did my Meniere's operation in 1991, Dr. John Shea III. He said he's retired now. All these doctors know each other. But yeah, he's a really nice man. And I told him, I said, just consider yourself hugged and your hand shook to death. I said, I'm elated, at this news.
Well, it's good to have you back to
normal. Yeah. That causes great concern, because I've been banged around a lot in my life, It was just my own thing, I mean, I was just spreading my wings and finding my way through life and.
Can you explain how you got Meniere's and tinnitus?
It just one day I had this one little noise started in my left ear. I used to have absolute clear hearing, and this one little noise, and then someone said to me, "Can you hear those birds?" And I went, "What birds?" And I knew something was wrong, and I went to a doctor. I thought I may have TMJ, make them, and I was dealt with that. The guy gave me some pills to relax my jaw. The old wheels started rolling, and that wasn't what was wrong. And the next thing you know, I'm full-blown Meniere's. I had vertigo. I had to pull over and stuff. I mean, I couldn't get out of bed. It was so bad. And I didn't know what to do. I went to see some Indian doctor up in Chicago, and he put a bunch of needles in me and stuff and put my head in a magnet. It was a hell of a deal, and that wasn't it, and then, I don't know, I was operated on for this Meniere's and left me with a wall of noise, which I'm good with.
Well, did that scare you when you started hearing all these noises?
No, I couldn't, because I had a building in the downtown Holly Springs, Mississippi, and it was the old newspaper office during the Civil War, and it was a jailhouse before that. And but I had converted it into living quarters, and it was one block off the square. And every night when I'd go to bed, I'd hear doo 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 doo, and I said, "What the hell is that?" Every night. And at the same time, when I would lay down and go to bed, they go, doo, doo, doo. It's cello. Doo, 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 doo. Oh, what the hell is that? God dang. And when I got out, there was a flower shop right next door, all right? And this is really a beautiful old town in Mississippi. It's all still intact from before the Civil War. And so it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I lay down and doo-doo. What? Oh, no, man. I was listening for it for everywhere. And I said, every time I go to bed, somebody starts playing the damn cello. And so one night, it happened. I mean, it was about 2 in the morning. I got my cowboy boots on and my hat and everything. And I went flashlight and I went next door and I'm putting my ear up next to the flower shop. It's about 2 in the morning. Can you just get the picture? And it was going doo-doo. And I'm shining in the flower shop. Somebody's in there playing a damn cello, And then I decided I better go see somebody about this because it didn't stop. It was everywhere. And I went to see Dr. Shea. And I was having vertigo. It was heavy duty, and that time when you had too much to drink, you had to put your leg down, foot on the floor, It was worse than that. You had to pull over. But he said...
Well, didn't the vertigo make you very sick?
Yeah. And Dr. Shea said, I can take care of this. He said, we can put a shunt tube in. Have some drain some fluid out of there. And he did. And the doctor today checked my ear, and he said, it doesn't even look like it was ever operated on. He did a great job. So
I know there are a couple of people on here that have suffer from tinnitus. I don't know about Meniere's, but I'm sure that they will appreciate how happy you feel.
Oh, man, I was elated. I just wanted to jump up and down like a little kid, I remember I just hugged you so, oh, man, I'm hugging myself now. I'm so happy about this.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had so much trouble with that.
Oh, hell, it's like my daddy says, trials and tribulations make you who you are. And I must be somebody. Wow.
Well, there was a guy who wrote and said he woke up in the middle of the night from whirling around, and he thought he was having a stroke or something. They had to take him to the hospital.
Yeah,
I hope he's better.
It's really scary. But it's all right, It's right. When I went to the hospital in for Dr. Shea's place, you have to go real early in the morning. I don't know why the hell they do all this stuff at 5 in the morning. So I'm driving.
So they're
up
alert, I think.
Yeah, I'm driving up to Mississippi, and but in the whole of the clinic, right about freezer high, the walls are completely worn. And that's from people with vertigo holding the wall or leaning up against it, walking down to different parts of the building. Sure enough, that's how bad this stuff is, And I don't have it so much anymore,
Well, that's why you had the operation.
Well, yeah, but I still get a little bout every now and then, and I have to have my atlas adjusted. Yeah, that's the thing. Remember this. If you've got any kind of a vertigo problem, go see a chiropractor and have them adjust your atlas. That's the very one that your skull sits on and all the nerves, your brain comes down into your nervous system, that whole thing there. Mm-hmm. And that's numero uno. It's the one that your skull sits in. It gets out of whack. And sometimes it does. If you had a car wreck or fell or what?
It does. It really helped you.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to keep a tune-up, and that spinal part. It makes sense to me, Yeah, I remember a couple of people that said that they had tinnitus, It's all right. Just learn to live with it. They can't do nothing about it. So I look at it as a blessing for me, this whole thing, because it stopped me. It stopped me.
Yeah, you were pretty out of control.
I was out of control, and I didn't know it. But I knew it, But there was nothing I could do but go through it. But this stopped me. And I changed my life. But I didn't. It affected a change in me. And so, I'm grateful for my malady, I hear it sounds like the Amazon jungle without the howler monkeys. And sometimes I wonder about that,
Well, I know it has affected you musically because you can't hear certain frequencies. So when we're recording, you have to have the volume up so loud. It would kill me. I mean, it's ridiculous. So people don't understand that you cannot hear frequencies.
No,
and some people get angry at you because you play loud because they don't know that you have this problem, and they actually get angry.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
We've had some sound engineers, when we played live, literally.
Oh, that guy in New York City,
Actually,
I
that
hate
was
to
B.B.
think about that
King's.
guy. Yeah, it was a B.B. King. He just needed somebody to whip his ass.
And
That's
so
what he
what he
needed.
ended up doing was giving us the worst sound that you could ever possibly
Oh,
have.
man, that was so bad. And the check bounced 3 times.
It did.
It sure did, didn't it?
Oh, it did.
Oh, my God. BB would be
We're on the-
rolling over in his grave
We're
if he
on the
could
road.
roll.
We're on the road and their checks are bouncing.
Yeah, we're going, what the hell happened, you know?
Actually, yeah, we didn't even do anything with it till we got home. That was like a
No.
month later.
Yeah. Funny stuff. Excuse me.
Thank you.
But yeah, you know, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for this that happened to me. I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. And I'm here for a reason.
Didn't you go through a really bad time with this and get almost suicidal because of it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I had to get a grip, and
Right.
I got rid of all my guns and stuff. You know, it got bad. It was really bad. I thought I was suicidal, sitting out there on that farm by myself, and I didn't know. And it wasn't all the nature around me that I was hearing. You know, I could hear that too, and so my world was real loud. You know,
So, in terms of loudness, how loud is this noise in your head?
louder than everything. When I sat by the jet engine, you know, when we take flying, that's good because that's close. But in that time when we were going up the stairs and I took a vacuum cleaner and was holding it right here,
Yeah.
that was kind of like a sonic vacation. But yeah, it's louder than everything. It's just all right though, you know.
So you have to hear through the noise.
Yeah. Everything. I'm pretty much like compartmentalized stuff in my whole life I have, and that's how I believe that's why I have such a good memory because I still got all my compartments. And I've been sticking stuff in them when I was little, you know, and I didn't know that's what I was doing, but that's how I dealt with life. You know, I had to.
That's because you came from an abused childhood.
Yeah, and just growing up the way I did, you know, I had to register it somehow or other. I knew it was important. Even when I was little, I knew that my life was important. And so I've always remembered things I don't know why, but, you know, names and faces. I remember everybody I ever met in my whole life. Have a little trouble putting their name with a face sometimes, but it'll eventually come around. But I remember everything that's ever happened to me. I don't know why I shouldn't. And Lord have mercy, when I got to go play, you know, I'm surrounded with this greatness, like Delaney Bramlett, Leon Russell, Joe Cocker, Eric Clapton, George Harrison. Man, you think I'm going to be missing one moment of that parenthetical moment in my life? No way. My ears wide open and I'm taking it all in, you know.
Right. And I know that there have been a couple of times where you got a name wrong here or there. You thought the McCulloughs were brothers.
Yeah, you know.
Well, we are really all brothers and sisters, but
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all right. So, you know, you got to be able to stumble a couple times.
Of course, yeah.
You just get back up and start all over. So, thank you very much, you know. If you don't know what you don't know until you do. And then when you do, you found out, and there you are, you know. It's all right. You know?